So in this video we will discuss about the current affairs of the month January 2024. So first we will discuss the news related to Karnataka. Okay, first thing we have to know about is fifth Millets and Organics International Trade Fair was held in Karnataka. Basic question they will ask. They will ask the basic questions here like where was the international millet trade fair held? It will be the answer will be Karnataka. Why is this important? Because Karnataka produces nearly 40% of the country's millets and it exports majorly to the destinations like United States. And if you want to know specifically the district where the maximum millet production is taking place, it is Ballari. And then you have to know about who is organizing this. This is being organized by Karnataka State Agricultural Produce Processing and Export Cooperation Limited is the nodal agency for organizing this international millet fair in Karnataka. Next, we have Climate Smart Utilities Award. So BWSSB, that is basically Bangalore Water Supply and Sewage Board, has won the Climate Smart Utility Award for 2023. Who gives this award? This award is given by International Water Association. Why is this award given? Because BWSSB has raised the awareness with respect to water, sanitation, and other utilities. Thus, it has earned this award. Some basic things we have to know about the International Water Association is it's not a UN body, like no, nothing like that. It's just a non-profit organization with its headquarter in London, UK, and it has one regional office in Chennai. And some basic information about Bangalore Water Supply Board. It is the nodal agency responsible for water supply in Bangalore since 1964. So basically, it was established in the year 1964. Next, we have Karnataka Energy Efficiency Action Plan. Karnataka has prepared an energy efficiency action plan. So, what are the highlights of this? Karnataka Renewable Development Limited, CREDL, KREDL, and Confederation of Indian Industries have developed this energy efficiency plan. What will be the aim of this? Simple. To basically, it is to reduce the carbon footprint and make the various sectors of the economy much more efficient so that environment is saved from its harmful effects. So what are the things you have to remember here is Karnataka Energy Efficiency Action Plan, who has which state has recently announced? It is by Karnataka. And who are the partners in doing it? That is Confederation of Indian Industries and Renewable Development Limited of Karnataka. AI enabled policing. So recently, our police department has new initiatives that have and that has included artificial intelligence in their policing affairs. So we have to know just the basic names of them, like what are the name of the apps or the portals. First one is Police ITV2. So what it does, it performs all the functions from registration to first information reports to to the disposal of the case. So basically, what are the steps that general when you enter the police station and when you want to record some activity, the what are the basic processes? No, they have been basically automated in this Police ITV2 app. Then we have Saral mobile app. By looking at this Saral mobile app, like it is very difficult to gauge like this is related to police administration, but this mobile app easily guides the required documents, procedures applicable for laws, shelter homes for victims of human trafficking, which they are termed as modern era slavery. Means this Saral mobile application app is used by the police department mainly to help them in investigation and collecting the documents with respect to cases of human trafficking. Then we have Police Mitra. So Police Mitra is a chatbot similar to ChatGPT-1 that mainly answers the question related to cybercrime, traffic issues of women and of senior citizens. Then we have KSPI, KSPAI, KSPI. So what it does is analysis of the case by automation automating the process. Means here basically we have to feed the all the inputs into the system, like what are the evidence, what are the circumstantial evidence and all, and it tries to create a scenario, like it tries to create this can be so similar, basically automating the process of investigation. It does this. So what are these apps? All apps: Police ITV2, Saral mobile app, Police Mitra chatbot, and Case Spy. Then we have Azure Karnataka Report 2023. ASER or Azure Karnataka Report 2023 was released by non-profit organization which is Pratham, and it has picked Mysore district in Karnataka for the survey. This survey is an annual survey which is conducted every year, and for the first time this has focused on the age group of 14 to 18 age group. This is the age group that has been focused for the first time, and it has found that 44% of the people in Karnataka are enrolled in humanities and arts, and only 20% of the people are engaged in STEM courses. STEM means science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Then we have Basava Awards and Pampa Awards. So, first let's know about the Pampa Awards. Pampa Awards, like to whom it is given? It is the highest literary award of the state. It was started in the year 1987 by the government of Karnataka's Department of Culture. And the first person who received the Pampa award is Kuvempu. And it is given only for the Kannada literature or the work that are related to Kannada literature. So this year who has won? This year Pampa awards has been won by Na D'Souza. Like just remember D'Souza has won the Pampa awards. Then we have Basava Awards. So why is Basava Award given? Basava Awards, as the name suggests, it is derived from the works of Basavanna and all. So it will be something related to social work and social reforms. So this award is given for the social reforms, and this award was started from the year 2000. And the first person to get awarded this Basava Award is Saraswati Gora. And this year, who has got this? This has been two people have got this. One is Anand Teltumbe and another one is Mahadevappa. Anand Teltumbe and Mahadevappa. And we have some other awards also that we have to remember. Bhagwan Mahavir Shanti Award is by Jinnadat Desai. Gandhi Sevashram Gujarat Award. It is also by Jinnadat Desai. Then Chowdahi Award is given to Nityananda and Sri Ramalu. Then we have Gana Yogi Panchakshari Gawai Award, which has been won by Somanatha Mardur and Nagamani Srinath. Then we have Gubbi Veeranna Award, which is given to Chanbasappa Gubbi and LB Sheka Mastara. LB Sheka, just remember Chanbasappa Gubbi and Sheka has won the Gubbi Veeranna Award. Then we have Sant Shishinala Sharif Award, who has won this. This has been won by Kasturi Shankar and NB Shivalingappa. Now let's move to the polity section. So party symbols are in news. Election Commission of India has brought the new rules for the allocation of symbols to the registered unrecognized political parties. Means recently we have seen many split in the political parties during the election time. So who should get the symbols which they had a lineage or heritage. So with related to these, the election commission has come up with the new rules especially for the unrecognized political parties. Allotting the symbols. In accordance with the Election Symbols Reservation and Allotment Order 1968, the power is being held by Election Commission of India. Means the power to allocate symbols is under the Act of Election Symbols Order of 1968, and the power is held with the Election Commission of India, and these symbols has to be chosen from a list of symbols that election commission publishes, and a party can give only three symbols as a choice, in which they will be allocated one based on the first come first serve basis. And when a recognized political party splits, That's the reason why this majorly is news. The election commission is the sole authority to decide the who get the symbol. Then we have Supreme Court Legal Services Committee. Supreme Court Judge Justice B.R. Gavi has been nominated as the chairman of Supreme Court Legal Services Committee. So what is this Legal Services Committee? So this is a statutory body which has been established under the Legal Services Authority Act of 1987. The main aim of this Legal Services Committee is to provide free legal service to the eligible person. Generally, those people whose income is low, they are getting free legal services. And this is a group of 9 members who are appointed by the Chief Justice of India. And this was established for the first time in the year 1980 at national level under the chairmanship of Justice P.N. Bhagavati. Next we have election seizure management system. So what is this election seizure management system? Election Commission of India has conducted a training program in virtual mode on recently introduced election seizure management system for officers of Andhra Pradesh. Basically what it is an portal that has to be used by the officers who are employed who are working during the elections. If they found any of the materials like liquor, gold, cash, they have to add this data to the election seizure management system online. Basically it is to tell that from this location we have to find so many like liquor, cash and gold during the election, so that the election commission can further take over. It is just basically a reporting platform. Next we have PM Vishwakarma Yojana. Jammu and Kashmir has become the first union territory to implement PM Vishwakarma Yojana. What is this? We have to know what basically the scheme is. It's a central sector scheme to uplift the tradition, artisans and craft people. So as it is related to artisans, so Ministry of Small Medium will be the nodal ministry for this. And what do they basically do? They basically provide credits, means the institutional credits are given to them for their business activity. A commercial bank, regional rural bank, cooperative, NBFC and microfinances will be incentivized to provide them credit. Here we have to remember NBFC and microfinance institutions, because generally we tend to eliminate these two because they are not directly related to banking activities now, so we might eliminate them. But yeah, NBFCs and microfinance and cooperatives, RRBs, commercial banks, all are involved in giving them credit. How much credit is given? Collateral free credit of around 3 lakh rupees is given to them. Simplified certification scheme. So who is the nodal agency for the scheme? It is Telecommunication Engineering Center of Department of Telecommunication. Basically Department of Telecommunication. So what does the scheme do? Products that include IP terminals, optical fibers, cable, transmission terminals, equipment and more. These are provided certifications. Means this is the certification scheme for what we call as for the electronics process, for the electronics items basically. One vehicle, one FASTag initiative, basically FASTag. So who is doing this? National Highway Authority of India has launched this one vehicle, one FASTag initiative. And here what is the major important thing, on which technology does the FASTag work? So it works on the technology of RFID. Then we have SITE. SITE, this is a subcomponent under the National Green Hydrogen Mission. So before knowing SITE, let us know about the few basic things about the National Green Hydrogen Mission. This was launched in the year 2023 and will run till the year 2030. It aims to make India global hub in production, usage and export of green hydrogen. Basically, it targets around 5 million metric ton per annum, and it wants to reduce around 1 lakh worth of fossil fuel import by the country by 2030. And there is no state-wise allocation made under the mission. Means basically what is National Green Mission is, It basically aims to increase the green hydrogen production in the country till 2030. So this site is a component that mainly adds or aids to this mission. So what does this site stands for? It stands for Strategic Interventions for Green Hydrogen Transition. Its main aim is to promote the domestic manufacturing of the electrolyzers that is helping in the green hydrogen production. So the nodal ministry for this is Union Minister of New and Renewable Energy, and the implementing agency is SECI, that is the Solar Energy Corporation of India. Pradhan Mantri Suryodaya Yojana. Prime Minister Modi has announced the Pradhan Mantri Suryodaya Yojana, a government scheme under which 1 crore household will be getting rooftop solar systems. So what are the highlights of it? It wants to target around 1 crore household, and it is mainly targeting the poor and the middle class people. Currently, India has around solar capacity of around 73 gigawatt, which accounts for nearly 5 to 6% of the country's total electricity production. And solar rooftop is around 11 gigawatt. So it mainly aims to increase this number. In terms of the solar capacity, we have to know is the top three states which are producing maximum solar energy. First is the Rajasthan, obviously because of it, the desert and the sunshine there. Then we have Gujarat, then followed by Maharashtra. And then what? Okay, when was this solar rooftop program launched? It was launched in the year 2015. What is its target? Its target is to reach the solar rooftop installed capacity of 40 gigawatt by 2026. But what is the current status? It is around 11 gigawatt of 2023. Next, now let's move to some of the aspects of social issues. Scheduled tribes list. So this is a news mainly because Himachal Pradesh state government has issued a notification to give scheduled tribe status to the Hatte community. HATTEE. Hatte community means this is a community that is present in the state of Himachal Pradesh. Hatte community is in Himachal Pradesh. HH you can remember like this. Then what we have to know here is the what is the procedure how to get a community SC status. First, the proposal is done by the state or union territory, of course, because they want to give the status to the community because they are more aware with. So, the state government or the union territory first proposes it to central government. Basically, it sends it to the Union Tribal Affairs Ministry, who will further forward it to Office of the Registrar General of India. So this office will look into the criteria which has been set by the Lokur committee in 1965. So here also one more thing, Lokur committee is related to the scheduled tribe list. So it has set some of the rules. If the community is passing in these rules or these points, then they have to be considered as scheduled tribes. Then after considering this will be forwarded to National Commission for Scheduled Tribes, and they'll also look into the criteria like how much primitive it is, what is the distinctive culture, geographical isolation, shyness and backwardness, and the final decision rests with the President Office. All of these are tracked under the Article for 341 and 42. If a community gets ST status, what is the benefit? Of course, reservation in the educational institution and in jobs, and the reservation in the panchayat elections and reservation in the Lok Sabha elections too. Some basic things about Hatte community. Selling, what do? They basically sell homegrown vegetables, crow, meat, wool at small markets known as hut in towns. So they are called as Hatte. And they generally are between Himachal and Uttarakhand border, and they have a traditional council based on which they are governed. It is called as Kumbali. Kumbli. Kumbli. Now let us see next program, that is Prerana program. Ministry of Education has launched this program called as Prerana program, and it is for the students of class 9 to class 12th. Basically, it is dealing with experimental and inspirational learning, especially in Gujarat. So the curriculum for this Prerana program is being done by IIT Gandhinagar, and it has included the activities like yoga, mindfulness, meditation. For mainly this is to trial out the experimental and inspirational learning. So basically this is Prerana program. Tamil Nadu TB walk-in center. Tamil Nadu has adopted the idea of walk-in center for one-stop TB solution. The aim is to achieve the sustainable development goal related to TB by 2025, that 90% reduction of TB deaths, 80% reduction in TB incidence by 2030 compared to the levels of 2015. Means the year from which they are considering the reference is 2015, 90% reduction in the death and 80% reduction in the incidence level. So what will the center offer? Mainly you have to remember one thing here is the nucleic acid amplification test. If we get any questions related to, like, say for example, nucleic acid amplification test sometimes seen in news is related to, it has to be related with the TB. Now let's go into economy news. Finance Commission of India. Niti Aayog's Vice Chairman Arvind Pingaria is going to head the 16th Finance Commission. Let us know about the basic things about the Finance Commission. It's a constitutional body under Article 280, and the chairperson for the Finance Commission should have an experience in the public affairs, not merely being an economist or a financial expert. And the members of the Financial Commission are decided by the president also. What is their basic work? Their basic work is to set the percentage of vertical distribution of taxes, means between the center and the states. Then the horizontal distribution of taxes means between the states, like how much UP will get, how much Bihar will get, how many Maharashtra will get, and how much percentage of the revenue Karnataka will get. For Karnataka it is around 3 to 4 percentage, I guess. Then it also promotes fiscal federalism between the central and the state governments. And you have to know about some of the recent finance commissions. The 15th one was headed by N.K. Singh, and it focused on reviving the fiscal and economic position of the union and the states. 14th commission, which was appointed in the year 2015 to 2020, was headed by Y.V. Reddy, and it recommended a record increase in the state's share in the divisible pool to 42%. And then 15 finance commission made it 41%, mainly because of the formation of Jammu and Kashmir state. Oh, no, Jammu and Kashmir Union Territory, because the state was converted into UT in 2019. Then we have K-shaped economy in news. So finance minister recently has rejected the theory that India is going on through K-shaped recovery curve, which he had rejected. But in reality, that's the truth. It's going in K-shaped recovery only, because when you read the definition of this K-shaped recovery economy, you can clearly know that India is going to K-shaped economic recovery. Economic terms used to describe a scenario where different segments of an economy recover from a downturn at different rates or in different direction, creating a divergent path for growth. Indicates more uneven and asymmetric recovery. Means basically different sectors of the economy after a pullback, especially the COVID, are recovering, but their recovery is at the not in the same pace nor in the same direction. Say for example, edtech industries during the COVID were at a boom, so their recovery speed will be at a much higher rate than the tourism industry, na? So like on different rates and in a different direction, the recovery takes place after and slump. So this type of recovery is termed as K-shaped recovery. Now let's read the news about geography and environment. Indian pangolins are in news. Why? Because Project Pangolin has been succeeded in the Pench Tiger Reserve and the Satpura Tiger Reserve. So this was done in the Madhya Pradesh with the help of Wildlife Conservation Trust, and they were successful in making the mammals breed in this location. So basic things about Indian pangolin. Its scientific name is Manis crascudata. So just to simplify this, just remember means cross data. You cross the data in means, right? So means cross data, and this is native to Indian subcontinent, and we can identify it based on its protective keratin scales. Means on their body we can see the scales, like we have nails made up of keratin, right? So their entire body is made up of keratin scales, and these are called as scaly anteaters because these things eat ants, and they have the ability to curl up into a tight bowl. If we look at their conservation status, IUCN has marked them as endangered, and Wildlife Protection Act has given them Schedule 1 status. Salton Sea Lithium Reserve. This becomes important because this is a location in United States of America, and this they are claiming this to be the world's largest lithium reserve. So US Department of Energy recently discovered the world's largest lithium reserve beneath the California's Salton Sea. So this is the shallow saline lake in the Colorado desert where we have got lithium. So some basic things about lithium. It is a soft silvery white metal, and it's a part of alkali group with a low density, and it is reacting very vigorously with the water, and its crystal structure is cubic. Atal Setu. This you might have heard, which was in news a lot because Atal Setu has been established in Maharashtra, especially in Mumbai. So this is the longest bridge and also the longest sea bridge in India. At the world stage, we can call it as the 12th longest sea bridge in the world. It basically connects Mumbai International Airport and Navi Mumbai International Airport. It is around 21 kilometer, and it is a 6-lane road, and it has an approximately life of 100 years. Then we have lentil. India is set to become the world's largest producer of lentil or masoor in the year 2023-24. Crops this year on account of higher acreage, means India this year is going to be the largest lentil producer in this year. So who was the topper last year? It was in 2022. Canada was the largest producer of lentil or masuri dal. Lentil means dal which we eat in the annasarana, that dal. And we have to know some basics about this lentil. This Evo is basically grown in the Rabi season, means it in the winter season, and the states that are producing maximum in the country are Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, and Rajasthan, all the North Indian states. Then we have Himalayan wolf in news. Himalayan wolf has been recently recategorized as vulnerable, as it has been recategorized, so it is very very important. Like remember, Himalayan wolf is vulnerable now. Kachi Karek. So this is the second fruit from Gujarat to get GI tag. So they will just ask basically Kachi Karek sometimes is in related, or it is a they'll give you in the match the following and ask you to match the with respect to state. So it will be in Gujarat. Some basic things about geographical indication is it is given only for the products, and it is under the GI Act of 1999, and it is issued by the control CGP, that is the Controller General of Patents, Design and Trademarks. Then we have Tibetan brown bear. So this is a rare incident what was seen in the Sikkim, where the people had cited the Tibetan brown bear. What is its categorization? It is least concerned. Then we have gambush fish was also in news. This was in recently in news because gambush fish is now is considered as invasive in India. So, in the year 1928, the Indian Council of Medical Research had introduced this to India from United States and central parts of Central America, as this was considered to be a control for mosquito. So basically, where ponds and lakes are there, when the water is stagnant, their mosquito will be high. So if we introduce this gambusia fish, it used to eat those larvae and all and control the mosquitoes. But now this has become an invasive species in India. Kangar Valley National Park is in news. So basically, we have to know its location. When we heard the terms like Kangar Valley and all, our brain directly goes to Uttarakhand or Himachal Pradesh. But here, this national park is in Chhattisgarh. This is in news because of its renowned limestone caves called as Kangar Dhar Caves. Kangar Dhara Caves. So one of the notable caves within the park is Kotumsar Caves. So Kangar Dhar Caves and Kotumsar Caves are the part of this Kangar Valley National Park, and Dhruva and Maria tribes are living in this national park. Lake Retba. So first thing we have to know is its location. So this is located in the Senegal. Senegal is a country in West Africa, and it is also called as Lac Rose. Lac Rose. So why is this in news? Because this lake has been recently turned into pink. The Lake Retba's waters are virtually devoid of life and are on the verge of disappearing due to pollution and mining. And this is also known for its pink color. Pink color is because of an algae called as Dunalia salina. Just remember salina. Melanistic tiger. So, which is the location where the melanistic tiger is found in India? Only in the Simplipal Tiger Reserve of Odisha, this melanistic tiger is found. Means this is a tiger that has a large amount of pigmentation on its body. Means the stripes generally which we see on the tigers, here the color is morely towards the darker end. So that is mainly because of the single mutation gene called as aminopeptidase Q. Means this increases the melanin content of the tiger stripes, so making it a melanistic tiger. Laughing gull. This is very important because laughing gull, which is a migratory bird from North America, has been first time seen in the Kasaragod district. And what is its conservation status? It is LC, that is least concern. Then we have Indian grey wolf. Uh, Before this, we had Himalayan wolf, which has been now as recategorized as vulnerable. Now we are dealing with Indian grey wolf. Here also we have to know this is of least concern because general thing. India's snow leopard. First ever survey of India's snow leopard has been conducted. Means recently the first survey of snow leopard has been conducted, and took around 4 long year by snow leopard population assessment. And sorry, this is named as snow leopard population assessment in India, and it is run by Ministry of Environment and Mysore based National Nature Conservation Foundation and Wildlife Institute of India. So when did the project Snow Leopard Conservation Species came into existence? It came into existence in the year 2009, and we have to know the number of snow leopards that are currently in India. That is 718, and which are spread across 6 states. What is its scientific name? Its scientific name is Panthera unacia. Just remember Panthera UN Panthera, and it is also vulnerable category. Now let's move into the news of science and technology for the month of Jan. Exposat satellite. This is a satellite of India, so this will be launched by ISRO. It expands to X-ray polarimeter satellites. What it basically does is analyzes the polarization of X-rays emitting from the bright celestial source. Means it basically study the stars and the light coming from them. What is important to us here is we have to remember what are its payloads. Pollux and Expect. Pollux and Expect are the payloads of it, and it is designed to observe from the low Earth orbit and for an for the estimated life span of around 5 years. Then we have Kochi Lakshadweep Island submarine optical fiber connection. So here there is nothing much important with respect to the news, but we have to know who is the agency that is giving connection to the Kochi from Kerala through optical fibers. That is BSNL, who is the executing agency, and we have to know the islands which are present in Lakshadweep. There are basically 11 islands that are present in Lakshadweep. Some of the islands that we can easily identify are Kauravati, Agati, Amini, Kadmat, Menakoi, Bangaram. So these six islands we can easily identify because we know them. We have to know the rest five islands which we it is difficult to remember. They are mainly Chetti, Chetlet, Kalpeni, Bitra, Kiltan, and Androth. So basically these five we have to remember more times because the other six it is easy to identify them. Then we have square kilometer array. Government of India has given green signal for India to participate in the international mega science project, that is square kilometer array. So square kilometer array is basically a big sensitive radio telescope that is being built in the United Kingdom. So all the countries that are space enthusiasts are participating in it. So Indian government has allowed us to participate in this meeting. So what it does, it just looks at the sky and takes the and mini what it mainly records the radio waves that are coming from the space. So one thing, there are 10 countries participating in it, and one thing we have to identify here is US is not a member of this square kilometer array. So if they give you a question where they are telling that which of the countries are not are part of the square kilometer array, definitely they will give USA, and we might think it might be participating because of the NASA, but no, this is not there. Which are the countries that are participating here? Australia, Canada, China, India, Italy, New Zealand, South Africa, Sweden, Netherlands, and United Kingdom. And from India, Department of Science and Technology and Department of Atomic Energy are involved in this. Then we have Prithvi Vigyan Scheme, or basically Prithvi Scheme. Prithvi Scheme has been launched by Union Government of India, and it is an initiative of Ministry of Earth and Science. What it does basically is it aims to study the Earth and the vital signs of the Earth. Its time period is from 2021 to 2026. It integrates the existing five sub schemes, which are Across, Pacer, Sage, Reach Out, or Smart. So to remember this, I have made a small code like Smart Pacer reached out to stage to Sage across the border. Smart Pacer reached out to Sage across the border. Then we have functional semi conductor. Researcher recently created the world's first functional semiconductor made from graphene. Who has done this? This has been done by Georgia Institute of Technology. So what is this graphene basically? It is basically an allotropic form of carbon. Basically, it is a single layer of carbon arranged in the hexagonal shaped lattice that mainly provides it in two-dimensional structure, and it is called as wonder material mainly because of its conductivity. Rejuve technology. This is a technology that has been developed by CSIR's Central Road Research Institute. Means this is a part of CSIR. So this is a technology that has been developed by CSIR, and it is being used in the project Vartak. So what is this project Vartak? This is a project Vartak is by Border Road Organization, and it aims to build high altitude bituminous roads. Other than that, nothing is important here. Then we have Aditya L1. So this is the country's first space-based mission to study the sun. This is was carried by PSLV C-57 and it weighted around 1,475 kgs. Here also payloads are a little bit important. We have to just remember the payloads where I have created some code like this: Papa, Suit, Valley, Mag, HEL, ASP, Solex. So just see here: Helios, Suit, Papa, Mag, Aspects, Solex, Welk, and Helios. Basically, visible emission line coronography, high energy L1 or orbiting X-ray spectrometer, solar ultraviolet imaging telescope suit, and solar low energy X-ray spectrometer selects. Aspects is Aditya solar wind particle experiment, plasma analyzer package for Aditya, that is PAPA, and magnetometer, that is MAG. So, and one more thing we have to learn here is about the Lagrange's point. Where is this Aditya L1 has been placed? Aditya 1 has been placed in L1. And where is the NASA's program? It has been placed, NASA's James Webb Space has been placed in L2. So basically, Lagrange point has been defined by NASA as the point in space where the gravitational pull of two large masses precisely equal to the centripetal force to keep it in motion without any loss with reduced fuel consumption. Means basically here the gravitational pull of the two large masses is equal to the centripetal force. Next thing that is in news is WHO's ICD-11 classification. So this year, International Classification of Disease has released its 11th edition. This becomes important because for the first time, Ayush system has been recognized in it. Ayush basically stands for Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani. This has been recognized in the WHO's ICD-11 classification. Then we have Dark Sky Park. So where is this Dark Sky Park? This is in Pench Tiger Reserve of Maharashtra, not that of the Madhya Pradesh, because it has been spread between the two states. So this Dark Sky Reserve or Park has been established in Maharashtra's Pench Tiger Reserve, and this is the fifth Asia's dark sky reserve. It mainly has a region to observe the sky without any light pollution and all. So basically it involves to get a certification from the International Dark Sky Association, the Indian Astronomical Observatory, a high altitude astronomical station located in Hanle in I think it is in Uttarakhand. Uttarakhand is the and it is operated by Indian Astrophysics. It is the sorry, Hanle is in Ladakh, not in Uttarakhand. So this was the first dark sky space dark sky preserve, and Patch Tiger Reserve is spread between the places of Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra. Ingenuity helicopter. So this has become the first aircraft in the history to make a powered controlled flight on another planet, that is Mars. Then we have Harvey Shore vaccine. Indian Immunological Limited, a whole owned subsidiary of National Dairy Development Board India, has launched this first indigenously developed hepatitis A vaccine, which is called as Harvey Survey in Hyderabad. It is a two-dose vaccine and it mainly is for hepatitis A. So, what is this hepatitis A? Basically, it is a contagious liver infection and it is not of chronic in nature. Then we have the ninth International India International Science Festival. Where was it organized? It was organized in Haryana. And what was its theme? Bridging science and society through 17 diverse themes. Just remember, bridging science and society. Then we have Western equine encephalitis virus, that is VEEV. It is a mosquito borne virus and primarily transmitted to humans and horses through bites of infected mosquitoes, especially those belongs to Culex species, and it causes mainly inflammation of the brain. And birds are its natural host, and it is primarily found in the North American region. So we'll pause here, then we'll start with the defense.